Welcome back, viewers. In today's video, we are going to take a look at the ISO snapshot utility of AntiX Linux distribution. So I have opened up the AntiX control center, and you have to go to the maintenance area, and here you have to select the ISO snapshot utility. It will open up. Now I am going to select a different snapshot directory to save the snapshot. So I am going to save it in the download section. Why, I will tell you later in a moment. So whenever you start the snapshot utility, it will first check out the space, available space on root and home partitions. So use space on root is 10.15 GB, use space on the home folder is 10.15 GB, and the free space on home folder where the snapshot folder is placed is 175.60 GB. Snapshot location is home snapshot. So I think I have changed it to home snapshot downloads. So that should change, yes. And the snapshot name is today's day date and the timestamp. Project name AntiX, release version 23.2, release code name bookworm, release date, boot options, and the live kernel. So the today's whatever the kernel that is installed on the system, that will be the live kernel. So the ISO can be bootable as a live desktop, and from that desktop you can either do the recovery. You can recover your files when your older installed system has failed, AntiX system has failed, and also you can reinstall your system, and the reinstalled system will have the same system configuration as it was there in the last or the deleted or the earlier installation of AntiX. Now you have to proceed ahead. As you can see, you can exclude certain directories by ticking the common choices. So I have going to exclude downloads, because in downloads I have configured OBS Studio to put the recorded file. So while the file is getting recorded, its size continuously increases. So when we are going to take the system snapshot, what will happen is it will not be able to calculate the exact size of ISO, because this recorded file is also included, and it will keep on increasing the size, and it will go in a loop. So to avoid the ISO snapshot utility from going in loop, I have excluded the downloads folder, where you can see, I will just show you. You can see here this is the presently file that is being recorded using the OBS Studio. So I am recording this session, and that file is located in the downloads folder. Plus you can see our snapshot will be also located in the snapshot folder of the downloads. So both way the downloads folder size will change, and to avoid the snapshot utility from going in loops while calculating the this snapshot file and the recorded file by the OBS Studio, I am going to exclude the downloads folder. Rest all is included in the ISO utility. And here in the options you can change the ISO compression scheme. So there are different algorithms available. So LZ4, which is the default one, is fastest with the worst compression. L0 is the fast but it is worst compression. GZIP is slow but better compression. Z standard is best compromise, and the XZ is the slowest but the best compromise. So I am going to keep it default, because we want to minimize the time of the video. We want to make the video shorter, so we require the fastest compression. Fastest time for compression, though the compression quality will be worst. And we can calculate checksum. So MD5 or SHA-512 is there. So we will go with the default MD5. Number of CPU cores to use, we will keep it 12, which is default. And IO throttling we can change, but we let us keep it by default. And the type of snapshot, two types are there: preserving accounts. This is for the personal backup. So here user configuration will be saved, username and everything, and you can use it on the next installation. When you use this ISO to install another system, or you can reinstall your system which has broken down earlier. And there is resetting account. So using this, it will reset the accounts. There will be default account available in the live desktop, and then you can set new users while the installation is going on. This is for the distribution to others. So you can select your choices, your system configuration, not user, but system configuration. Create a ISO snapshot and you can distribute it to your friends and family, or even you can have your own distribution and you can share with others on your website. So that is resetting the accounts for distribution to others. So it will be practically your own leaders distro. Now what we are going to do is we will select next. So snapshot has all information it needs to create ISO from your running system. It will take some time to finish depending on the size of installed system and the capacity of your computer. OK to start. We will press OK. Now let us see. I think it will take 10-15 minutes. It is building up the new unit RD. It has finished checking for the free space and the use space, and now it is crashing the file system. So it is creating the squash file system image for the ISO. So now it is not going in loop. You can see it here. The looping has stopped because earlier the recorded file was getting bigger in size as the recording proceeded, and then it created issue for the ISO snapshot utility. You can see now the speed is very fast, 21% already crashed out of 100. Now it has scratched 65% image. Now 86% of file system is crashed. Now 95% of system is crashed. I see here the messages in the terminal. Now it is creating the DVD CD image file from the ISO that it has created. So the scratch file system is now being saved. It will be creating a CD DVD image out of the scratch file system. So you can see here we have created a ISO hybrid type of ISO. So this is a hybrid type of ISO that has been created by the ISO snapshot utility in AntiX Linux. So it is showing us warning more than 1024 cylinders. 3939, not all BIOSes will be able to boot this device. Okay, so that is a warning. So older BIOSes, legacy BIOSes might not able to boot this device, this ISO. So the ISO creation is complete. Now in the this downloads folder, in the snapshot folder, you can see the system snapshot is there. So every time, every week or month, we take a system snapshot. And then whenever your system fails, you can use the latest snapshot to install it, and then your system will return like it was there originally before the system went down. And you can keep the specific snapshots if you want, and you can delete the other snapshots, and also you can use this snapshot utility to create your own Linux distribution. Of course, it is not that easy. You have to do the branding and all those things also. You have to change the branding and all those things, system configuration. So you can do this by, it is an easy way to create your own Linux distribution by using this snapshot utility. So I think on this note, I will now stop the video here. See you in another video with more functionality and features of AntiX Linux. Bye bye.